Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Byington, and this is another one of my art and poetry videos. These are videos where I take visual representations, usually paintings, that I've created based on my poetry and talk about the meaning, the space in between those. So today I'm talking about a poem from my chapbook, and that poem is titled Too Much for Fortuna's Eyes. And let's just jump right into the meaning. Fortuna, just as her name suggests, is the Roman goddess of luck, and concepts of her remained popular through the Middle Ages. I first learned about Fortuna while taking an Arthurian legend course, and while I understood the role of fate regarding King Arthur and the matter of Britain, I was specifically fascinated by the imagery of Fortuna. The goddess is usually depicted in charge of turning a wheel, which people either cling to. This variation is usually reserved for depictions of Fortuna's will being placed on the edge of a cliff, or sometimes those people are instead tied to said will. This variation usually seen when the wheel is by a body of water, thus in either situation, the passengers at the bottom are the representation of misfortune. The most curious aspect of Fortuna to me is that she is usually blindfolded. I'm intrigued by this detail because even though it parallels expressions in European cultures that still reference Fortuna in modern day, such as luck is blind, it doesn't remove her agency in what she's doing. She is still aware that she turns the wheel. She just doesn't look at the consequences of her duty. My poem explores a hypothetical situation in which Fortuna breaks from her usual routine, removing her blindfold, an action meant to demonstrate how chance can be as reckless and as bureaucratic as religion. And so here is my poem, Too Much for Fortuna's Eyes. She cannot see, but smiles, waxing with fullness like a fat child content with new toys, disregarding our due collision with mortality. Passengers wonder where this is going. It doesn't matter. The ride up the hill can only go so long without seatbelts or conversation. At the top, the brakes squeak. Is this your stop? 28 days give her time to peel the blindfold from her face. The blood between her legs decides to shimmy the moon across the sky. Know your cue, boys. From the summit of all that is great, the wheel can only roll back down. Beginning and end are a bangle she wears on her wrist, jingling as her tendons flex, turning the wheel in mockery of tears and treachery that saturate the tall hat on the Pope. Fair and foul, she consoles with her wire mother grin, never saying I'm sorry, easing her hand to her head, binding her blindfold across her eyes again.